But evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, I will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. I saw just Okado did that Lord Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them are proof to us that you are stooge. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But see, they come down to the south. They tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obi was talking rubbish. Was talking, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never ever be objective in their reportage. Never, ever, ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you're from Uromi. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president in 2023. Ask yourself, all of them that have been president from time immemorial, what benefit has it brought to you as a human being? Absolutely nothing. So you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You look at them now, how they have now descended on Yoruba people, asking them to concede, give us your forest, we must graze, we must do this, we must do that. And slowly before your eyes, they are giving in, they are capitulating, they are allowing them to go, if you don't give it to us, so Tinubu will not be president in 2023. Tinubu won't be the president. That's what I'm saying to you. And foolishly you will agree and hand over your land to them. And once they take your land over from you, look at Hausa. Because there is a saying where we come from. If you want to know what your life is going to become in the future, look at Hausa people. If you want to understand appreciate, I will say, the life that you are about to bequeath to your children and grandchildren, look at Hausa people. Is there any Hausa governor today? Is there any Hausa emir? Is there land though? Katsina is Hausa land. Kanu is Hausa land. Sokoto is Hausa land. The Hausa people own it, indigenous to those areas. I'm asking you this question. Is there any Hausa man who is an emir in the north? The answer is no. Something's going to happen to you. If you don't rise up now to break, I'm not even asking people to break this rule. Demand for what rightfully belongs to you, your freedom. The freedom to decide. The freedom to write a constitution if you prefer. The freedom to live with whoever you want to live with. That is what we're asking for. But most people misunderstood what we are saying. And today, almost everything we have said about the zoo has come to pass. Everything we have told you, everything I told you has come to pass, hasn't it? Everything.
Uromi people, my people, like this now, not to bygone. No, just let bygone be bygone. Egbon bygone. I go like give you. Now everything I want to tell now for this app. Egbon bygone. Egbon bygone. Let the bygone be bygone. When they say let bygone be bygone, how they talk to? Now we no use here to hear and we no understand that. We no understand that. No be everything no be the one use matter tell now. No be everything no be the one use matter tell now. Egbon, oh yeah, I go lie for you. I go like give you. Now like I want like give you. Now how they talk to where they say let bygone be bygone. Egbon bygone. Bygone. I don't say that's how they talk now. Egbon bygone. Let bygone be bygone. Oh yeah, go and bygone. 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 I go like give now. Now everything I they go use my tell now. As it don't set like this, everybody bygone.
Guys, if you not say your papa or your mama now from those states, I mean, if you are from those states, from Benin to Okmela, from Benin to Igara, from Benin to Okme, from Benin to Fuga, from Benin to Ekperi, guys, share this video. We need your support right now. Uromi people need your support right now. No go to say because I'm not from Uromi, I'm from Benin or I'm from Fuga. It no concern you, guy. It concern you. I say it concern you because I come online just now and I see when Fulani, the Northerners, they make plans, they para, they pack the system, they won't come to those states, come free the whole of those states. No matter where you dey, brothers and sisters, this matter concern you. You know why? People they say why Uromi people, why don't people go burn those Fulani? Not be say I support you. You understand? But when you call it go now, those Fulani people say they need war. We be a do, we don't run for war. Anyhow they want time, we go give them. I want the youth of those states to stand. Nothing will happen. Everybody, no matter who you be, if you be Kofra, any Kofra will be guy, stand up. Because now where they for disgrace Uromi people, now they for disgrace the whole of those states. Where they for disgrace people, now they for disgrace the whole of those states. Me when they follow you here, so I'm from Benin. I'm a Benin boy. We know they run for war. If the Fulanis they need war, we give them war. If the Fulanis they need peace, we give them peace. You understand? According to what they talk, they talk say Nigerian army no fit hold them. They talk say Nigerian police no fit hold them. Bruh, that one their business. We will get juju. We will get men when they do things. You hear me so? No go talk say it no concern you. If you talk say it no concern you, I go punish you. If you are from a dog state, you say no concern you, I go punish you. Should you hear me? I go punish you. This is the time for us to back Uromi people. This is the time for us to back up better people. Let's support them. Anything when you get support, you might not be there presently, but you get money, you get things and things. Present them. They could take fight this war until government go know say okay. Now there the war won't start from. We don't care. Bro, I said we don't care. We don't depend on any state. We are two states. We are more than 1,000 states. We go deliver. You be Kofra, fall out. Anything when you be, fall out. At the hard time we go defend our those states with this one. Make we don't allow those 40 Fulani because they threaten us from our own state. Tell them mad me. They don't forget say all those things they do and say we stack them, we pile them up. Now let's feel they just spy now. They don't para. They reason now. What about our sisters and brothers who don't kidnap? What about brothers and sisters who don't pass through the process of kidnapping? What about people where they don't steal from? What about cross where they scatter for those states? What did they happen? What about our sisters who don't knock and go bush? What did they happen? What did they talk? We don't bear them. So why don't you bear these people where they apply so? May they bear them now one. May they bear them. Or don't you stand up? It's time for war. Me, I don't need peace, so it's time for war. Since our government to fail to understand, say they need to create peace right from the onset. So they don't create that peace. We need war. We are there, our eyes are red. Now why our sound is red for those states? Any Fulani or a broken letter say, hey, you need war. Baba, we need war. You get juju, we get juju. You understand me so? We go use our bare hands. We don't get instrument we go use. We go use our bare hands. But if you get those states anywhere you do, if you like to go abroad, you not too far. Because they disgrace Uromi people. They don't disgrace all of those states. They don't disgrace Benin. Anywhere you come from, they disgrace them. Bros, support your brother. Support Uromi people. We are one of those states. Support them now.
With this video, I know I'm going to offend a lot of people, most especially the northerners, to me, that I think might not be, if you are not reasonable, this may annoy you and you may feel bitter. But I think it's high time we tell ourselves the truth. And what is that I want to say? You see, the fact is, what has happened in Uromi should be an eye-opener to the northerners. And what do I mean by that? Gone are the eras when people produce children that they cannot cater for. And at the end of the day, the children grow up and go to other states and be doing menial jobs like shoeshana, cutting of grass, babambola, and the rest of it. That is what is causing sea finish. If I must use that word, just like I used for the military at a point in time, I say now sea finish, they cause all these things. Well, those things may be embedded in the religious, whatever, it may have a religious affiliation, but I actually don't believe in that, because I have a lot of good Muslims that don't see life that way. They believe in responsibility. I'm not trying to discourage Al-Majri in any way, but the Al-Majri should be well structured in such a way that it shouldn't be an avenue where somebody will produce children that he can't cater for, and the only thing he has left is just to push them into Al-Majri or not be responsible to them. And we should try to get rid of marrying a lot of women and having so many children that at the end of the day we are not responsible. That is what is giving birth to all this. You don't command respect from anybody by so doing. The world is evolving. If you look at it, let's take it memory lane. All that has been happening, the unaliving and the ill treatment, whatever, is just meted on the poor. The poor common people you have on the streets. That is just it. We have a lot of northerners in the south and the east that are doing well. You dare not take that kind of rubbish to them, because you can't stand it. They command so much respect, they command so much resources that if you try to rubbish them, I'm telling you, all hell will lose broke. And you can't stand it. They don't try them. Do you see them being mobbed? They don't mob them. Because these are people that were brought up by responsible parents, responsible families, and at the end of the day, they pursued a career and they relocated to wherever they're going and they established themselves as an authority. So it's high time we have a debate around that. The era of having children that you can't be responsible for has gone. The world is evolving. And they say the only constant thing in life is change, and only those that have the ability to adapt that survives. Even the so-called violence, a lot of people are threatening to make violence or whatever. It has evolved. You can only make violence on the poor like you. The rich have so insulated themselves with government resources, with so much security that you can't near them. So at the end of the day, I'm still going to be repeating, it's going to be a battle for the poor against the poor. If you feel retaliation is the answer, that is not just it. And again, I think it's high time as northerners, we should call a lot of our Islamic scholars, our cleric scholars, both Islam and even Christians, that are deceiving you people, that are making you think that this religion is more difficult and this religion is more about sacrificing yourself and not living to enjoy the dividends of life. That era has gone. That era has gone. Let's disabuse our mind from that. The fact is, this life is simple if you understand the basic principles and concepts. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be worldly or you are going to be wayward. You can still maintain your moral and religious stand, and at the same time you are very respected and very objective in everything you do. Look at Saudi Arabia. Are they not Islams? Who dare you assault a person from Saudi Arabia or look down on him? Because there seems to be a kind of a balance. You don't allow a kind of myopic and fanatic scholars to come and ruin your life for you, all in the name of religion. We need to wake up and leave all those stuffs. It's not helping anybody. What I'm just trying to say is, until the North learn to command respect from their counterparts until the North learn to command respect by living a comfortable and a very respectable life. Nobody will respect you. They will think life is cheap. And that is why a lot of all these things will happen. They know there's nothing you can do. All you can do is rant. Or if you even want to retaliate, you can't retaliate on the people that have committed this evil. You can only retaliate on poor people like you. I keep saying this. And I'm still going to repeat this, that the problem of the North is the North. Whether you're happy with it or you're not. Let's stop all these things. Let's stop all these things. Development, civilization, and a lot of it will not stop you from practicing your religion. But don't allow people, and I need to say this to the youths, don't allow people that have wasted their life in delusion trying to come and tell you religion the way they feel is supposed to be, that has not even paid them, has not even favored them. Live your life. At the end of the day, if you're alive so long to see what it takes to be alive and what religion is all about, you get to see that religion is all about being good. Just be good to yourself. Be good to yourself, be good to your neighbors, and nothing more. Forget about the technicalities. Don't bother about people that are not worshiping the same religion with you. This one is not God, this one is... That is not your problem. The problem is just be good and be productive. And you will command respect. Bello made a video recently in regards how some of the religious leaders are also beneficiaries from the government. And at the end of the day, the only thing they come to do is, when election time comes, the cleric scholars will call you and tell you that this is what we should do, this is what we do, without knowing on the ground that they have been collecting money and they have been beneficiaries. And you now, you think you're doing something in the name of religion. In the name of religion, that you're doing it for the sake of religion and holiness, and at the end of the day, it's messing up your life. Don't allow people that have lived their life and have enjoyed and have that are even benefiting on your ignorance to ruin your life. Live your life free. Religion is not difficult. Just be good, be happy, love yourself, love your neighbor. That is the summary of religion. Forget about technicalities. Everybody may not understand or do the same thing you're doing, but that is fine as long as his own doesn't affect you. And that is just it. We need to have this discussion. There is need for the North to wake up. Be in tune with changing times. That is what I'm trying to say. Let's not shy away from the truth. Look at other parts of the country. They concentrate on things that develop them, progress them. You have a lot of millionaires and billionaires in their own part. But when it comes to the North, all we talk about is all about religious difference and tribal difference. Where is it taking us? How has it benefited anybody? Nobody. Rather, it's associated in making you so primitive that when you go to a lot of places as a result of your appearance due to poverty, people think you are a terrorist. People think you are a rebel. People think you are a problem, even when in heart you are not. So till you get to make yourself better, nobody will respect you. Nobody will appreciate you. And most importantly, say no to fanatical religious ideologies. Live your life. Live free. Try your best. Believe in God. Love humanity. Love yourself. And that is the summary. Nothing more. God help us all.
Did you know that in Nigeria, we have what we call first-class citizens, second-class citizens, and some people that we don't even class them as citizens, but we want them to stay in Nigeria and we want to continue to oppress them, steal their resources, and just treat them however we want them to be treated? In case you don't understand what I'm talking about, let me explain. So last week, 16 Muslims, we're not sure if they're Fulanese or Hausas, because you know they kind of look alike, except when they talk, that's why you can tell the difference. But 16 Muslims were unalive in Edo State, Nigeria. So they were on their way from Port Harcourt, and they used the route where you're going to the Kano. You have to pass through Edo from Port Harcourt. So they used that route, and they passed the east, so they passed Anambra State, and then they got to Edo State, and then some vigilante group stopped them to do like a search. Apparently, we're not really sure on this information, but one of the 16 Muslims stopped the vigilante guy, and
also correct one impression here. It was not a one-sided thing that happened in Uromi. When these people were stopped, they said they were going to go in to search the vehicle because they had local information that they were actually carrying arms. So in the process of struggling to go inside, one of them stabbed one of the vigilante guys. So in the process of that,
that creates a lot of created a lot of commotion, and then they insisted on searching the car, and then they found weapons, what we call. Now tell me why Nigeria, a country where nobody's supposed to be using weapons, is allowing 16 people to carry weapons about when we are already complaining. Just the other day, I made a video regarding Fulani headsmen on the live, lots of people destroying their farms, and the government is not saying anything about it. But tell me why these people, and this is why I said it seems like we have first class, second class, and people that live in class as citizens in Nigeria. Tell me why these first class citizens are moving around with guns and weapons when in the southeast or south or southwest you can even move around with laptop. If you're a clean looking guy, they already tag you as their woman, they try to harass you. But 16 people, 16 individuals are carrying weapons about, and it's not like it's nice or things like that. For TikTok guidelines, I can't call it, but you understand what I mean. And I'm like, excuse me, first of all, so the vigilante group people decided that they were going to stop them, search them, and then they're like, why you guys have got weapons and stuff. And so it created some fights, and then the vigilante guys and some angry mobs around decided to unalive those 16 guys. I think only 2 escaped, which I don't really think those 2 were actually escaped. I think those were paid actors from the video. This is just my opinion. I don't think they were really among the 16 people that escaped. But anyways, angry mobs then harassed them and then unalived them. And since then, there's been so much anger from the people of the north in Nigeria. They've been so annoyed and pissed about the situation. And remember, recently, we were just speaking about Fulani headsmen attacking on Edo farmers, essaying their women. I'm trying as much as possible to use TikTok guideline words, but you understand what I'm talking about. So they did all these things. People have been coming out to complain. The government did not say anything. The president did not say anything. But as soon as those 6 people were unalived last week, the president jumped up and said, oh, make sure none of those angry mobs get spared. Deal with them. That's what he was saying. But that was just all talk. And then a lot of people on social media have now been like, oh, this is very interesting. When Deborah, the Christian, in case you didn't know, there was a girl called Deborah back in, I think 2021 or 2023. I can't remember now the year. But she was schooling in the north, and in the group chat, somebody was putting their Islamic religious content on the group. And she was like, this is a school group. This is not where to share content on your religion. Please, let's refrain from doing that. And then they immediately tagged it as blasphemy. And in their religion, if you do blasphemy, that's the judgment. So that's how they took that girl's life. Even the coward that was running for president, what's his name, Atiku, that came out and spoke on it, the people from the north attacked him and started saying, oh, you're saying this, let's see how you win votes in the north, and then he took down the post. So anyways, that's how that lady never got justice. None of those guys were arrested. We have picture, video evidence of them even confessing with their mouth that they actually did that to the girl, and nothing happened. Nothing was said. President Buhari did not say anything about the situation, and that's how he just died. And then recently this has happened, and then the people, the first class citizens that said that doing protest is haram, not all of them. During Buhari's time, that they used to say, oh, protest is haram, don't protest. Guess who is currently protesting and telling Tinubu that if he doesn't do something about it, then there'll be issues. And I'm just like, this is so funny. And this is why I keep saying, everybody will face the consequences of their actions. You're not going to be able to escape it. Those 16 Muslim men, they're probably like Fulani headsmen, they're probably genuinely hunters, which is very interesting that you're leaving Kano to go all the way to Port Harcourt, which forest, to go and hunt for animals. I find that very interesting, but we're not really going to touch on that. But let's just say privately, there were just 16 Muslim men that were actually innocent, and let's say they were not actually Fulani headsmen, but maybe they were Hausa. I know how they kind of look alike. And that angry mob now has just lynched them and taken their life. And guess what? When we were complaining about Fulani headsmen, none of the Hausa people, none of all these people in all this northern region came out to say anything about it. They've been all silent. It has all been cricket. Just the other day in Ondo State, people were running helter-skelter because of what the Fulani men were doing there in their town. Nobody said anything about it. But now it has touched your people. Now you guys want to say something about it. Now you guys want the federal government to do something. But when we were complaining about the Fulani men, how they're harassing people, creating commotions in different local governments and community, you were all silent. This is the problem with Nigerians. When it doesn't affect you, you say nothing about it, you don't care. But the moment it has an impact on you, suddenly you have a voice. Now you want something to be done about it. As a matter of fact, I think just like they've been doing for Boko Haram, rehabilitation, back into society, that angry mob, I'm not saying what they did is right. I think as a Christian, nobody has, that's my belief, this is my belief. As a Christian woman, I don't believe anybody has rights to take another person's life, because you cannot create life, therefore you cannot take life. That is my simple opinion. I don't think anybody should be taking the life of any other person. So I'm not in support of what they did. But I just want to say, if you did not have a voice when they did that to Deborah, all the Fulani attacks that have been happening in different communities in Nigeria, in the southwest and the southeast, if you did not have a voice then you should not be having a voice now. Those of us that have been speaking against it then, that's why we have the right to speak about it now. So, one thing that these Fulani men, they need to also understand is, if the government doesn't do anything, the community will start doing things. They'll start taking things into their hands. And that's what the government actually needs to understand. People will start doing violence, cancel violence, and be taking lives of one another. And that's just going to create lots of religious war, lots of unrest, insecurities already on the rise. It will only make things worse. It will make the nation already, it will just destabilize the nation. What the government needs to be doing now is sorting out this issue of Fulani headsmen. They should not be carrying weapons, going into people's farms, destroying people's farms, creating commotions in communities. They need to put a stop to that behavior, and then the mobs, they should also face the consequences of their action. You have no right to be taking the life of another individual. As much as that person has caused you a lot of unrest, that is the job of the government. But again, government, if you don't do anything about it, people will start doing something about it. They're already doing it on Twitter, saying, oh, violence, now that we've done this, let's see if they'll do it. They are sitting in their room saying, oh, we give the government 48 hours. If you give the government 48 hours and the government does not do anything, and you try to take powers into your hands, don't think that these people too, just not everybody that I do that is a Christian. Calm down. It's not everybody that has my belief that nobody has the right to take the life of another person. If you're there inciting violence, You will meet violence. That's just it. So don't sit down in your room and be saying, oh, for 28 hours, something should be done. No, that's not how it works. Right now, we need to be putting our heads together as Nigerians. Nobody's a first class citizen and a second class citizen. We should be bringing our heads together to solve this problem and chaos that's currently going on, not putting more fuel to it. Stop giving the government 48 hours. It's not going to change anything. Okay?
As Christian believers. That was what our Bible taught us, and that is why we have everly endured every damn thing that these people have done to us. I'm not going to take side. Like I said, there is nothing that anybody might have done or would do to you that will warrant you to take the person's life. Nothing. I would not accept any jungle justice from anywhere, from anybody, no matter how right you are. But let's come to think of it. Apart from Deborah, do you guys remember what happened in 2022 during the time of Buhari? This thing happened at Owo. Do you remember the massacre at Owo Kali Church? There's a Kali Church at Owo close to Ibadan. Do you remember that history? Do you remember that story just 2 years ago? 39 people to 40 people were died by the Fulani herdsmen after church service. They invaded the compound and began to buy everybody. Did you remember that? What did the government of Nigeria do about that issue? They didn't do anything about it. The only thing Buhari said that he doesn't support such, but there was no any legal action carried on to fetch out those people who committed such kind of crime. Do you remember that there's a lot of people who were made orphan because of these people? Do you remember that there were some people, their family were like taken out of the surface of this earth because of that event? All these pictures we are seeing in my screen, it is the case I'm talking about. These were what was done to our own brothers and sisters as Christians. But Nigeria government did not do anything about it. To be honest, a lot of things going wrong in Nigeria, but nobody wants to do anything about it. I'm not here to support anything negative, no matter whoever it may concern. But to be honest, a lot of pain, a lot of wrong things have been done to us. I know it wasn't my mother, my brother, my sister, but what if it happened to be them? Nigerian government, I just want to know why you are wicked like this. All these things are happening because you people chose not to do what you're supposed to do. Because of your political career, because of your political interest. A lot of things going on. People are in pain. And these people are there. Fetching someone that will comment. Now you people go around arresting people just because the person made a comment in a social media platform. But look at the kind of insecurity that is going on in Nigeria. And you people are not doing anything about it. I don't really know why I feel like I'm somewhat disturbed about what happens in Nigeria. I don't know why my mindset is not stable anymore, because anytime I just pick my phone or wish to go online to say anything or just to cool off, nothing gives me joy anymore in social media platform because of what happens in Nigeria every day. I know that these people could not do anything about it. I know that all this thing that is happening allegedly is likely to be orchestrated by these politicians because of their political interest. Don't be surprised that incident that just happened at Edo, they are likely to be behind all this thing just to cause chaos among us, just to divide us, just to make us not to focus on fighting the bad government that all of us have joined hands together to fight. It's quite unfair. A lot of things is going on wrong, and no one wants to talk about it. It is only when it comes to their side that the needful will be done. But when it comes to the other side, nothing will be done about it. The injustice that is going on in Nigeria is so much. But one thing is for sure, none of us is living on this earth forever. I'm not here to come and say anything or to come and call anybody names. But Nigeria government, Nigeria politicians, you guys know what to do. You people are the cause of all these troubles. You guys are trying to create chaos between religions now just to achieve whatever your aim is. Because we know that this is not the battle of religion. It is the battle of the bad government. They actually orchestrated all these things just to cause chaos. But in all, one thing is for sure, none of us is living forever. The reason why I have chosen to be speaking out is that we all have seen shege in this life already. I don't pray to give birth tomorrow and my children will continue with all this mess, with all this mental problem. These people are destabilizing our mental health because of a lot of things we see every day, a lot of things that goes on wrong every day. It is quite time things should be done proper. Everybody should be treated equal. If anyone committed an offense, justice should be carried on accordingly, regardless of who it may concern. A lot of people are saying, why didn't they report them to police and others? See, even if you report these people, I have seen a lot of cases where they were reported, where these people were caught operating, and still yet they will later release them. A man at Adamawa State or Nassau State were by self-defense by the Fulani man, and instead of them to do the needful to judge the case accordingly, they later sentenced the man to die because he saved himself from a man who came to buy him in his farm. Like I said, I've been saying this in countless of number. Nigeria, with this kind of mentality, with this kind of situation, with whatever the politicians have made us to be reasoning like, I don't know. But I just believe that these people have actually colonized our thinking. That is why we fight ourselves in the name of tribe, in the name of religion. When all of us are going through the same thing. All these people who are sending you to do all these things are enjoying life. Me and you as a Christian, as a Muslim, are fighting the same issue, are struggling the same way. You find it difficult to feed. I find it difficult to feed. These people who are sending you to be doing unnecessary things are eating well. Can we ever learn something? I'm just talking about it because I've come to Ghana and I could see what these people are doing. In Ghana, a Muslim can marry a Christian and they will live in peace. Nobody is disrespecting each other. Nobody is fighting each other. Everything is peaceful. Anyone who did anything wrong here, whether you're a Muslim or Christian, they carry out the justice justly. Nobody is siding anybody. Nobody is defending anybody. Nobody is oppressing anybody. That is why they were able to maintain peace in this place. It is not hard for us to begin to blend with our religions and our tribes. Learn to respect each other. Learn to know boundaries.
So these Fulanis and these herdsmen, they've been going about southeast in Ondo State, in Benue, in Ogwashuku, in Delta State, killing farmers, raping women, silence from politicians and everyone. No one has said a thing. The minute they decided to try their nonsense in Uromi, Edo State, Uromi residents said no, they will take justice into their own hands. Since the security agencies are not saying anything, they burnt them alive. Because why are travelers seen with weapons? Why are they seen with daggers and weapons that can kill people? And so far, no one was seen with any animal that they caught. You say you are hunting, so you are trying to tell me that nobody caught an animal. These people are kidnappers and they deserve to be burnt. And I'm happy that Uromi residents took justice into their own hands. They are wicked people. All of a sudden, northern politicians are coming out. They are saying we will not stand for mob justice. Where were you guys when these people were killing our people? You guys didn't say a word. All of a sudden, you guys have a voice. This country needs to be divided. We are not one and we can never be one. The only solution is to divide the country into each of the regions and let everybody rule their people. That's all. We are not one.
One thing thing I really don't understand about the Fulani herdsman situation in Nigeria is that other countries in West Africa have Fulani people in them. And they're very normal. They're very normal people. Why do we get the weird ones? What did we do to deserve this? Mali, Guinea, Senegal, Niger, like they have, considerable Fulani populations. Very normal people. Why do the ones in Nigeria want to kill everyone? I just don't understand. Where did the motivation come from? Like when you take away the whole murdering people for cows thing, like very interesting ethnic group, very interesting language, great cultural clothing. Minus the whole terrorism, minus the whole murder, minus the whole genocide thing that they're doing across the country. Interesting people. I just don't understand why every other country in West Africa gets the normal ones and we get the terrorist ones. Like,
so I just want to take this time out to condemn in totality the killing of the hunters in Uromi, Edo State. There's no justification whatsoever. The excuse is that they thought they were kidnappers. And I think that if you thought they were kidnappers, you should have done the right thing and handed them over to the authorities, right? And so I condemn in totality, this injustice, this severe injustice that was meted out on these hunters. And I just want to call on the government to do what is right. I've heard that investigations are ongoing, and I don't know if any arrests have been made, but arrests should be made, and the proper punishment should be meted on the perpetrators of this crime. Secondly, I want to say that we as a people in Nigeria, our criminal justice system has failed us. Our leaders have failed us, and that is where we have found ourselves in this quagmire, right? Because people keep getting away with crimes, and if we're in a nation where people keep getting away with crimes, there's no deterrent whatsoever for people who are planning on committing crimes or who have a tendency to commit crimes. The truth of the matter is that I believe that a human being has the capacity for evil in multiple proportions. But what is able to deter human beings from, acting on that tendency of evil in multiple proportions is a deterrent, the strong hand of the law coming down on people who commit such crimes, right? And so in Nigeria, crimes have been committed and people get away with it. It's in Nigeria that we have rehabilitated Boko Haram members in the name of repentance, terrorists in the name of repentance, while someone who stole my is still languishing in prison. There's no justice, right? Fulani herdsmen rather, have gone on a rampage, killing people in villages up until now, but nobody has been caught or sentenced, right? And so if people keep getting away with crimes, other people think that they stand the chance of getting away with crime as well. So it is important that our criminal justice system works, and our leaders have to do better, to make our criminal justice system work such that people who commit crimes do not get away with these crimes and pay for it. The third thing I want to talk about is that we as a people, Nigerians, we have this sick thing where we look at each other only through the lenses of tribe and religion. So you're looking at the next person close to you, and you're not looking at the person as a human being, which you're looking at the person as either a Christian or Muslim or a Southerner or Northerner. And if we continue looking at each other through the lenses of tribe or religion, these things are bound to keep happening, right? Because these I would say is a hate crime, right? And if we keep looking at each other through these lessons, that is what is going to happen. So that is all I have to say for now, and I hope that the criminals are brought to book, and every other person who commits a crime anywhere is brought to book. Peace and love.
Christians living in northern Nigeria are being threatened as we speak. Muslims in northern Nigeria want to kill the Christians in northern Nigeria.
duk wani bahaushen mu da sai yana kure tattaro ya dawo gida yaki za a yi fa in qataluukum faqtuluhum kadhalika jazaa'ul kafirin. Na rantse muku da girman Allah idan ku fada kuke mu da ma muna sakwata kuma sakwatarin ne tushen farawa. Mu za mu fara sai ku karasa din. Mu za mu taso rigima insha Allah daga karshe sai ku kama mana idan za ku iya kama mana. Ku bari ku ji za mu kashe ku. Na rantse muku da girman Allah ni a shirye nake duk wanda yake jin ya shirya yanzu mai mun magana mu je mu tattauna mu sami tun mu ga yaushe wata rana za mu fita operation. Tunda haka kuke so a yi sai a yi daga nan Sokoto za mu fara kona su muna fara kashe su tukunna sai Kano a dauka daga nan a wuce Jos duk inda wani kafiri yake za mu kwalkwalo shi mu yanka shi wallahi za mu kwalkwalo shi mu yanka shi yawa wannan shine gobe sallah ko bikin sallah ma ba za a yi ba
Muslims in northern Nigeria want to kill the Christians in northern Nigeria. I am saying this thing now. If you need to forward this message to security agencies, if they are pretending that they don't know what is happening on the social media, forward it to them. I have gotten death threats for simply coming out to talk about the Uromi killing. I wasn't justifying it though. I said it is wrong. And somebody said, if they blow whistle, he will kill me first. Because I am a Christian. And because people who killed their brothers in Uromi are Christians. Who told you that Uromi does not have a mixture of Christian and Muslims? These are the conversations that we need to have in northern Nigeria. I try to promote peaceful coexistence in northern Nigeria, showcase the most beautiful part of northern Nigeria in the best way I can. But in situations like this, I will lend my voice to say the Muslims in northern Nigeria are not doing justice to this. I see a lot of you come out to say this is condemnable. Oh yes, the government should take action. You are giving the government ultimatum to take action. It is good. It is fantastic. Can you also torchlight those Muslims who are inciting violence in their localities? We who live in comfortable areas, who do not live in the slums, are not going to face most of these things. But people who will face it are those ones who live in the slums. Before security agencies get to them, things beyond our control would have happened. People come out now with knives on social media to say they are going to kill Christians. And I'm not seeing anybody say anything about it. Nobody is justifying the killing in Uromi. I did not justify it, but I was said, like, people is here on my comment section. I will post some of them so you can see. Welding knives and saying they are ready. Ready to do what? Gone are those days that in northern Nigeria you have religious crisis. Now, it can never happen again. That one-sided people are going to be killing another person to a lie. No, it's gone. It's gone. In Plateau State, it has happened. In Kano, it has happened. The very moment you hear an event happen in one place, it picks up in northern Nigeria. Because our people are not educated. They don't even know what's happening. The very moment somebody just tell them, see, they've killed people somewhere, they are trying to attack Islam, finish. People are fighting. A lot of Christians are afraid to live within some communities in northern Nigeria, because any small thing now, they will come and kill you. Oh, we'll come and kill you. We'll come and kill you. I've lived 6 years in Kano. I live peacefully with Muslims. These ones I'm seeing on TikTok, I don't see them because me and them do not mingle in the same circle. But I see them on TikTok here. And guess what? There are people who are within their localities who are Christians that are vulnerable. Nigerian government, this is them for you to take action. No? Don't sit down, fold your arms until this thing happens. These people do not understand we are taking action. These people do not understand we are taking. Go out and clear warning. Say, don't come out to do anything. That's what we want. I beg. Let this message spread. The lives of Christians in northern Nigeria is in danger. And one thing I know that is going to happen is there's going to be a retaliation, because if Muslims start to attack Christians in northern Nigeria, Christians will retaliate. Please, let us do the needful. There are a lot of things we need to uncover about northern Nigeria. I am trying every day, one topic at a time, to educate people about northern Nigeria. But one thing I'm telling you for now, this is a whistle blowing. This is fire alarm. Do with this information what you will. I don't talk my own.
This may be the last video I will do concerning this topic. People have been ranting, people have been crying of insecurities for a very long time now. The federal government, the state government, our representative kept quiet. But this one that happened day before yesterday, they have swept quickly into action. At this point, even a blind person should be able to understand what is going on. And this is all I have to say. Everybody that is watching this video, listen to me and listen very, very attentively. You, in way they buy people, whether you call yourself Fulani Herdsmen, you call yourself bandit, you call yourself whatever name that you call yourself, you way they buy people, just know say the brothers of the people where you they buy, they get 2 hands just like you get. The brothers of the people where you they buy, they get 2 legs just like you get. The brothers of the people where you they buy, they get 1 head just like you get. When it go bust, but this ignorance that the federal government is ignoring, this silence that they are keeping in this critical situation, when it go bust, it go reach everybody. You, where they buy people, when their own brothers go to fall,
your own brothers go dey fall too. And at that point in time, federal government will try to do something. They will deploy soldiers to come and calm the whole situation down. The soldiers that you are going to deploy will divide. One will support the other party and the other one will support the other party. That time you will chop, you will eat what you have been cooking all this while. People have been crying, ranting that their security is not guaranteed anymore. You keep quiet. You, our officials, you, our representatives, you people will book a flight to come out for this country. People go block una for airports. Una no go come out first. Una no go come out. You go book flights, may you come out. People go block you for airports. You no go come out. All of us go there for a year, fight the fight, chop the food. Person will survive them, you go give testimony. Person will not survive them, you go greet your ancestors.
After thorough investigations and doing more findings into the killing of those 16 Fulani men in Uromi, Edo State, Nigeria last week, I have come to my own personal conclusion. Before I continue, let me apologize to anyone that take offense or that might take offense with what I'm about to say. It is not my intention to offend anybody at all, okay? Now, first thing first, me personally, I disagree and would never support any form of jungle justice or mobs or civilians taking the laws into their own hand by killing another human being in such a barbaric, inhuman way. I would never support that. That is not acceptable. That is not accepted at all. I just wanted to clarify that before some of you start thinking maybe I'm in support of that. No, I don't support that. Now, why did those Fulani men refuse to stop and allow the security service in the region to carry out their checks? Why? If they had nothing to hide, why did they not stop? Now, hunters or no hunters, why didn't they stop? They could have genuinely been hunters for all we know. But I mean, we will never know now because they are dead. But why did they not stop? Apparently, they drove past the first checkpoint and they were chased to the second checkpoint where they finally stopped. And then one of them pulled out a dagger knife and stabbed one of the security officers. Who does that? Who does that? At this point, everything went off track. Anger raised to boiling point amongst the local resident of Uromi. Everybody was angry. Everybody was, and the lorry was searched, checked, and they found rifle and automatic weapons, a lot of it in the lorry. To be truly honest with you, in all honesty, I don't think the local authorities, the vigilante or the security services in that area, I don't really think they did any checks. I don't think they did check in regard to checking documentation, whether the papers are correct, whether these men were actually hunters or not. I don't think they did that. That is a fact I like to point out. They didn't do that because at this point, stereotype kicked in. They are Fulanis. Hey, everybody go crazy. They are armed robbers. Hey, they are kidnappers. Bam. From here on, just like that, the dynamics of everything changed. Edo State is already on high alert, red alert from what I heard. Crimes, killing, armed robbery. Ongoing situation with the Fulanis in the bushes and in the forest around Edo State. So why would anybody in their right senses carry such amount of weapon in a state, in a region that is already on red alert, where there is so much crime? Why? As if that wasn't bad enough, they refused to stop when they were instructed to do so. As if that wasn't bad enough, one of them decided to stab a security officer. Now, whatever led to that situation where he pulled out the dagger and stabbed the security officer, I do not know. But who does that? Who does that? The people are not smiling in Edo State. The streets are angry. The government had let them down badly. The community is now having to form their own vigilante and security group just to protect the people of the region. since the government is not doing anything. So you can imagine the anger that is going through the mind of the people, and the fact that there's been so much stereotype about the Fulanis kidnapping, killing, vandalizing forest and farmland that belong to not just in Benin, even in Ogun State, in Ondo. I saw a lot of things that were sent to me. The Fulanis had very bad image across the west, the east, and the northwestern region of Nigeria. And here we are, they are carrying gun in rural area where people live, refusing to stop to be checked and searched, stabbed a security officer. And what do you expect is going to happen? Why? Another thing I found out is that the Northerners, the Fulanis, are allowed to go to other regions of Nigeria to hunt, but the other regions of Nigeria are not allowed to go up north to do the same. Why is it one law for one tribe and another law for the rest of the tribes in Nigeria? Why is it one law for the Fulanis and another one for the rest of the country? I could almost sense why the Uromi people did not take these men to the police, because they know those men will walk out of custody the very next day. They have good backing, and I can understand this because there's a lot of things apparently that happened in Nigeria that up to today nobody knew how the story went. Kidnapping, killing, and then when the Fulanis are taken to custody, that is how it is. The case ends. Nobody knows what happened to them. Nobody even hear about the stories anymore. So I can almost understand why some of the mob do what they did. I'm not saying it's right, but I can almost understand. And let me address another thing that most of you are complaining about. Those of you complaining about the Fulanis taking over your land, taking over your forest, taking over your bushes, vandalizing your farms. Check your local government first. That is where you need to start from. Because the Fulanis always take permission before they settle anywhere. They always ask for authority before they go and settle anywhere. They don't just appear from nowhere. Trust me, check your local government. Somebody has given them permission to be there. I agree that maybe most of the time they overdo. They overstep their boundary. They do too much. But trust me, even though still somebody had given them permission and they are paying somebody their dues, they are paying somebody their money. So I think this is the reason why most of the Fulani feel privileged. This is why they behave the way they behave. This is why they are so confident, because they know there is somebody behind them. The Fulanis apparently run things in Nigeria. I don't know how, but this is what I'm hearing. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to cross people's boundary. I don't want to offend people by... There were a lot of things that were shared with me, but I've edited it to make it makes a little bit of sense, just as I have done. So this is my own conclusion. I don't want to go on from here, because then I'm going to step on people's toes, and I don't want to do that. I hope I've managed to balance this a little bit without offending people too much. As for the Uromi community, the people of Edo State, make una no slack, don't slack. Listen, you know the Fulanis, they will never forgive, they will never forget. I hope you understand this. So the killing of those 16 men, let me just conclude this video with it, was barbaric. It's not acceptable. Jungle justice should, please, you guys should stop it. It is not handsome. It is not good. It doesn't leave a good mark on anybody. It doesn't leave a good mark on any community. It is not acceptable. And those of you that are Fulani, when I say do too much, are you carrying a whole gun? Are you going to war? Are you going to war? You people, they get confident though. Who are you going to go and fight? Rifle, automatic weapon in the lorry, and you didn't even stop. You decided to stab an officer.
My people, mat your guard. Mat your guard. Not to say I don't tell you. Mat your guard. Not say I don't tell you. Say I use how they draw my ear. Mat your guard.
See, and they don't they gang up. The Hausa people, the Fulani people, look at them, they are ganging up. They are coming for retaliation. And they tell you, the people of Esan land, make una mouth una guard. If you watch this video, you go hear the language where they speak. You understand me? So, mouth your guard. These people are coming. And you know the day when they will come. These people are coming for massacre in Esan land. These people want to come for massacre in Esan land. These people are ganging up against the Esan people, Edo people. And if the matter just goes saying and Bini, they want to fall hit. Because everybody, Edo and Bini, they group everybody together as Edo State. As I hear for this video now. Now Edo State, now that they mention. Edo State, Edo State, Edo State. Mark your guard. Mokuna tell na papa and na mama when they go farm. Like, I beg. The kings in this land, the governor himself, may you deploy security for the whole. I dey tell you for now. If it lasts for the emergency, if it lasts for that kind of 6 months or 3 months, because if not, these people will come and finish our people. When I hear what they talk for this video, so now the meeting, now they do so. All these people that they para. And they will come for retaliation. Make una no lose guard on ourselves. I don't fair make one video just now saying that the people should mark their guard. When you are sleeping, sleep with one eye and the other eye be open. Mark your guard. They are coming. They are coming. They are ganging up. Aye! Now wow. Which kind of chamba war beyond these ones now when they want cause for this country now? Tinubu, I beg, President Tinubu, put these people in order. You understand? What happened has happened. You understand? They don't kill some people well. That's when it happened, na mistake. You understand? So, some people, mona matuna gado, mona matuna guard. Mona matuna gado. Now waiting, I won't talk. Now be this one, I beg. They watch on our back. You understand? Look at them. In this video, they are ganging up. Guys.
Can we as Nigerians move away from the term tribalism when we're addressing issues that pertain to our country? Because it's not every single time that we talk about an issue, especially this particular issue that's terrorizing the whole country. And you're the first thing you have to say is tribalism. Because it's not tribalism. Being put simply, Fulani herdsmen are terrorizing the whole country, but most particularly the southern parts of Nigeria. Like, why are we dancing around the fact that these people come into people's communities, they grape, they kidnap, and they delete people for no good reason? And the first thing you have to say in defense is people are being tribalistic when they address this issue. It's an issue that is happening. So why are we dancing around it? There's hundreds, and might I dare even say thousands, of unaccounted deaths from these Fulani herdsmen. And the moment you shed light on these issues is the moment they say you're being tribalistic. And there's only one way of shedding light on this issue, and it's for the common man to speak. Because the state clearly doesn't care. I even saw a video from a guy today talking about the South isn't any better. They practice cannibalism, they do human trafficking, blah, 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 blah. I'm kind of like, you're the tribalistic person. Those are your biases against people from the southern part of Nigeria. You are the problem. Like, not people actually addressing prominent issues.
Every day you wake up to one bad news or the other. It is morning, like 6 in the morning right now, and I'm already angry because I am a Nigerian. Cause what the hell? Look, a friend of mine just lost his brother to some animals because it is not... Okay. So this guy has a brother who is schooling in one of these northern universities. His brother and 2 other guys were kidnapped. Upon their kidnap, the idiots told them that the ransom is 50 million because they were hoping the university were going to pay for it. So these families, the families of these boys, came together and they told these kidnappers that, guys, wait though, these universities are not going to pay for this thing. Now we go pay for them, and there's no way we're going to be able to raise 50M, right? The kidnappers and these families negotiated, and they came to 2 million naira, that they should pay 2 million naira each for the boys. These families literally suffered. They stressed to be able to raise that 2 million naira
each, and they sent 6 million naira to these kidnappers. They were supposed to release these boys immediately the money gets to them. When they sent them the money, the idiots were like, the money's not enough, that it's Ramadan season, Salah is coming soon, they need money to celebrate Salah, so they should add more money for them. When the era more when tani haka dan Allah dan anabi. Anyways, see, these people should, okay. So they told this family that they needed to increase the money because Ramadan is Salah is coming, so they need to celebrate Salah, and that they should increase like to 2 million, or what is it, 2 million or 1 million thereabouts.
I beg, I mean, often they observe, say this matter don't return something else. So the whole stuff that went down in Edo State with the herdsmen, where they say the tick say there be this thing. Suddenly, I don't hear Muslim, Christian say they will find Igbo waiting for North go when Ramadan finish. Make everybody calm down, no. Make everybody calm down. No. Let's understand each other, cause I don't really get them. Igbo no be religious people. A few of us now choose join that Christian, no. And even at that self, gone where they still join Christian, they no be Christian. An Igbo man can never be a Christian, even if they go church. That's because he don't lose his way. But you can't come and because of what happened to those people, suddenly think that everybody will not be Muslim, na Christian. So because of that, people wey dey on our side, una go just dey enter them based on say they no be on our religion. Please, I said this because no be yesterday, I be there for yesterday this thing happen. I don't dey hear Muslim, I don't dey hear Christian, I don't dey hear Igbo. And the thing no even make sense because it happened for Edo. All this while, all of una they insist when una stand for, una no gree join Igbo. Nobody gree talk Igbo. Not now, something back. Una don't they confuse Edo and Igbo. Where Edo they tell una say they be Yoruba. Why I'm saying this is, if issue happen, all the issue, address it. Stop misconception. This is not about Muslim. This is not about Christian. And first of all, Africans, more than leave those ideology. An African man can never be a Muslim or a Christian. You can deceive yourself that you are a Muslim, but you are doing yourself a disservice because there's no space for you in the Muslim heaven. There's no space for you in the Christian heaven. As a black man, even if your ignorance make you disregard things where your ancestors know, now still your ancestors you go meet. Don't let religion make you hurt one another. Issue happen, misunderstanding, government no gree attend to issue. You don't turn something else. Now I don't hear religion. How now? Una no get sense. How now? How religion take happen? How religion take join this thing now? Or how Igbo take join this thing? Please make everybody dey use their sense. A black man can never be a religious man. You are doing yourself a disservice even holding on to any religion. Igbo no be religious. No be religious group. We get it till they serve. Now our people they fuck up. Please hold your information very well. If you see people who hurt you, if you know their face, if you want to do one on one, do them. If you want to do one with government, do them. But no go make mistake. Say go jump, reach where then Igbo dey. This one no be that year. No be that year. You no go even know who they come for you like this. And any Igbo man where they talk, if you want to talk about the matter, make those people they understand. Say you need to talk about religion. Igbo man cannot be a religious man. Make him understand you are speaking out of frustration of the country. Make them know the things say na Christianity and Muslim. Make them no come find on a come for what you don't know. A black man can never be a religious man. A black man can never be a religious man. Please, you guys get your information right. Don't go and put other Africans as casualties of your ignorance. I said this because of what I saw online, and it was perplexing because now another Igbo boy and when they instigate this matter, you talk, enter Biafra matter. How? What's it concern? What they do for that side and Igbo or religion? Please hold your information well.
Greetings, my people.
I greet everybody. It get things when they happen for Uromi now. Personally, I don't feel bear am again. That's why I come out now. Make I shout to the world. Make everybody hear. Make una come rescue us. This thing when it happen for Uromi, everybody understands say me waiting happen no good. And they say me they hold the people when it do them. But waiting police turn out to now. Now waiting they don't they do for a very long time, but they just seize this one as an opportunity till they exploit money from people. Yesterday, I got a call from a young man that they collected 600,000 from. If you don't get money now to pay yourself for Uromi, they will carry you go Benin. Not be so governor talk, not be so government talk. They say people when do this thing, may they hold them. So that may they give justice to the people when they commit crime. Not be to they use this thing till they exploit money from people. One other boy when come from abroad, now 2 million naira, now they collect from him. After giving a series of allegations on this guy. But at the end of the day, collected 2 million naira. I have the receipt of 1.5 million. Then the other one from the sister, 500,000. What did this boy do? Okay, if you don't come get the money now, carry and go Benin. Say join waiting no happen. Or waiting happen. Where police public relation committee, where on a day? Why not if you speak for our people right now? Where our king? Onoji of Uromi. I do not know they hear waiting they happen for Uromi right now. Say waiting happen. People don't take advantage of the thing. They collect money from people. Stop young boys for road, carry their phone, use the opportunity till they collect money, they do transfers from their phone. What did they happen? What did we do? The things when we they go through already, it never reach. When these people they add more on top of them, how will they reach here? How we go take come off from inside this thing? All the political aspirants, where on a day? Political leaders, where on a day? Everybody don't suddenly just quiet.
I have a friend who was kidnapped. They had gone to Akwa Ibom State to do introduction for his wife. On his way back to Edo State, Benin City precisely, along the bypass. Those of you know Aduawa very well. If you are moving from Aduawa to Oluku bypass, their vehicle was intercepted and they were kidnapped. And for 5 days, himself, his wife to be then, were in the bush, and a number of maybe 6 or 7 other persons, according to him, were in the bush. I've been trying to convince him to tell his story, but the guy is so traumatized that almost a year, is it up to a year now since they kidnapped that man? Up to a year. Almost a year after he came back from that traumatic experience, he has still not been able to come around it. The last time we were discussing, he told me that his wife cannot stay alone at night up till now. That the lady cannot sleep in a room by herself at night. Sometimes she just jumps up and she's startled, she's shaking because of that experience that they've had. Now, I said that to say that the story coming from Uromi for the past few days, I'm seeing emotions running wild. That a group of individuals, 14 of them, some say 16, some say 14, coming purportedly from Port Harcourt, were stopped in Uromi by the local vigilante, searched, and this weapon you are seeing on your screen right now was recovered from them. Axes and Dane guns. The argument is that these guys were hunters. They left all the way from Kano to Port Harcourt to hunt, to River State, maybe not Port Harcourt, to hunt, and they were on their way back when they were intercepted. There is a part of me that feels that there are 2 laws in this country. One law for some persons, another law for some persons. I, Idris Zekeri, if I carry a weapon in the boot of my car, if I carry a Dane gun, hunting gun, in the boot of my car, and carry an axe in the boot of my car, in this Benin, if I drive from Oluku to Ring Road, I will be arrested, I will be charged for illegal possession of firearms, and I will go to jail. But individuals collectively gathered, took those weapons all the way from Port Harcourt on their way to Kano before they were intercepted here. And people don't see anything wrong with that. Now, this is not to justify the murder of those individuals. It's murder, it's callous. It's callous because you do not quench fire with fire. That is the truth. You do not quench fire with fire. You've apprehended these individuals. To God be the glory, you caught them with their weapons, with everything. The most reasonable thing to do is to hand them over to law enforcement agencies. It will now be their job to prosecute these individuals and apportion the appropriate punishment. But again, this speaks to the fact that people have lost confidence in our criminal justice system. People don't trust the police. People don't trust people who are supposed to enforce the laws. Everyone is taking bribe. Everyone is just doing what they like. So people are now resorting to self-help. Although people have been under siege for the longest, our women are raped in the farms, our elderly are killed in the farm, people are kidnapped, villagers are meant to raise 5 million, 6 million, 3 million, 4 million. This individual I mentioned in the earlier story, he was bailed, himself and his wife. Ransom was paid in millions to get them out. Till today, it has not been established the gang that carried that dastardly act of kidnapping these individuals. Edo Central, nobody goes home anymore. I have a brother, a younger brother, who is wanting to get married to his girlfriend. They live abroad. They can't come. The woman is from Uromi. They can't go to Uromi. They can't. There was a time in the immediate past that for 3 straight years, I did not go to Auchi, where I come from. A distance between, apart from the bad road, of course the bad road is an enabler to the fact. The distance between Auchi and Benin is 120 kilometers. I am from Auchi. I couldn't go from Benin to Auchi because once you manage to drive a car, you have kidnap value. In fact, you don't have a car, you have kidnap value. Not talk of you now have your own car that you are driving somewhere. The money will come out. The money will come out when they catch you. I support fully that those who have committed this heinous crime, killing people, burning them, is barbaric. It's something that cannot be tolerated. We cannot descend to that level. No. We cannot descend to that level where you catch somebody, lynch the person, then burn that person to death, because it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. But you see those people who are hypocritical, those who did not see what was wrong when that young girl in a school in Sokoto was lynched, Deborah, lynched and killed, and people recorded themselves. None of them have been arrested till today. I am seeing threats. I want to commend what our governor is doing. I want to commend what northern governors are doing. But I'm seeing individuals or organizations issuing threats to Edo. Do we look like people who are scared? Like, if it is Europe that is issuing threats that will pursue Edo people in Europe, we will listen to you. Not, I'm being careful. Not nearby here. No, you cannot make that kind of threat. You cannot, because if you check the population of people, those of our people that are there, and you check the population of your people that are here, you will be careful. It is in your enlightened self-interest to be careful. So let us allow the police, the army, the DSS to do their job, to arrest those who are culprits, to charge them to court, and we will follow up the cases to charge them to court. We will not allow a situation where innocent people will be arrested. Find those who did them. The good thing is that they recorded themselves. Arrest them, charge them to court. And we must continue this conversation. Edo land must be saved. Our people must be able to go to the farms. We don't rear cows. How come our farms will be farmed for cows to feed. Our people must be able to go to the farm. Our women must not be raped. Any one person again that is killed in the farm for going about his legitimate duties. This kind of reaction, you cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. So we condemn the actions of those who have killed those who has unalived those individuals who were heading to the north. May God grant the soul of the deceased rest. Our heartfelt condolences go to the family of those who are deceased. Our heartfelt condolences go to the government and people of Kano State that has the majority of them, and the other states that also have people. People should stop making inflammatory statements on social media. Nobody is afraid of anybody. This country belongs to all of us. And the rules of this country must be obeyed by all. If I, as an Edo man, cannot carry weapons from state to state with the state of insecurity in Nigeria, no other Nigerian should be allowed to carry weapons, no matter what you call it. Who told you that they don't use a gun that can kill an animal can kill a human being? That is the truth. A gun that can kill an animal is also strong enough to kill a human being. So, if that kind of arrangement, you give them paper, they will have police report, they will have police clearance to move their arms from one part of the country to another. You cannot tell me that people can just wake up and carry their arms and enter the road. Are we still in a country like that? So we sympathize, we empathize with those who have lost their lives. There's nothing that explains it that those people died the way they did. May God grant them Ajana Fidausi. Thank you and God bless you.
So those ones that two people are killing and not human being abuse, just wait and see.
They won't kill us finish. Fulani, 150 people that they kill before they break.
Video you just watching now is the killing that happened in Akure. Nobody talk about it. No blogger carry it. Was it not only 16 people that was killed and you people are shouting up and down, disturbing the internet? He paying you back? A whole outside people put camera on their face and talking nonsense.
Wait, so like this now, so me now, I think carry contact gun now, travel anywhere. Now you won't tell me now. Not be contact gun, let that guy go for year, with the arrest and go carry away, do okay for 1 year.
You talk, you go register. Those people they register where?
Register where, sir?
No, they register that one time normally.
That one time where they want for my back and now arrest them.
Yeah, they play.
Okay. Don't worry.
This one so they register. Don't be saying that talk way you want to argue. This one.
No one.
When I first see the news say that everything I work for the same. So guy put the currency I give for the same they carry all this kind of things.
With 38 million cash.
Nah, this is the carry.
38 million the motor, okay, you know.
Only they talk on that one I say.
How many go away? Talk about it's not two.
Your own so you don't say that money to the motor. Where the money to the motor now? Because the one I read now so.
You read that video I see. You can't best be the one. People when they share video, what the video when they have so they say that. Now one time video be evidence and now what I write what the moon right now want listen to. And the moon write news. I can't read that moon news. I been now the video where people post when they see so now they say the truth.
So video show you say that
people post the video now when they see money for them money both gone. Not be say they put okay if they already start the gun why they put sand? Why they dig up for sand? Osha now. Now sand they put am on inside sack cost sand so people no go look na gun.
I don't know the money is 30 million.
Don't
talk now say the video money now that's 30 million.
We support people who no now you know kidnappers for everywhere that Fulani not be that one where they go kidnap that man so not be other god they use. Where they go that place for this whatever god they go use. May they do their own thing for their nuts. When they carry your gun, they cross border, they call shoot people until they hunt. No meat for here, we don't care the meat finish, no meat.
Because they are sensitive
no meat for here again, we don't kill no animal for the data state. They call it do.
I said it earlier in my previous video. Have you seen what is happening in Edo State? That if the government are keeping silent, if they keeping silent like this, that this Fulani of a thing will result to another thing. I think it has happened. It is not even over 1 month that I made that video. You people should go and watch it. See what happened in Edo State. So many of them were slaughtered. These people has retaliated and fight them because they cannot be in their land and you want to chase them away. You want to conquer them, dwelling in evil, and the government is keeping silent to show you that they are supporting them. They are supporting the terrorists. Now the people has decided to take action now. That is when you will see the government. And they are still keeping silent. And now they have retaliated in the north. All I see is revolution. Great war is coming. And the government will be responsible. They are the one that caused it. Of course. They are the one that caused it. Because in a country, when you see something that is coming out, to show that you are a leader, to show that there are leaders, to show that you are responsible, is to quench it. All you could do is to start declaring state of emergency in a place that doesn't make it for you to control power. You are after power when your house is on fire. These are kind of people that we have. People that will come and say, vote for us. And you want the people to be patriotic. Until we rise, nothing will happen. Let everybody rise in their state. It is going to be massive. You are pushing people. You cannot just be pushing people and expect them to be silent for years. You are the one causing the trouble. The world can see. The world cannot see where the problem is coming from. Over the minor things, that is where your power is. You arrested so many freedom fighters. People, innocent people, you cannot even see a weapon in their hand. I want the world to know. That's the people that you arrest and put them in the prison. That's the people that you arrest and keep them under detention. Under bars, that is where you are keeping them. But the main thing, you see the terrorists, they are free walking in the road. They are free walking in the road. The one that you manage to capture, you tag them repented. Where there is a constitution, there is no place in the constitution where it is written that if somebody is repented, that person is free to go. Rather, it is because it is from the north. It is because it is from your side. It is from your tribe. That is the reason why we are doing this. One tribe is cheated more than the other. Nobody is treated the same. Nobody is treated equally. Rather, different people will be treated differently, whereby others will now be treated. Who are you deceiving in this country? Who are you fooling in this country? The people are getting wiser. They know the truth. And you cannot stop it. That is nature. There is no amount of lies that will stay for years without coming out. The truth must surely surface and expose the lie. That is exactly what is happening in this country. Rise up, the youth. The future belongs to us. Anything we determine is going to happen. The power lies in your hand. They cannot fight everybody. If you speak the truth, they come against you. How many shall they come against? I cannot fear anything. All I can say is the truth. And it is this truth that will save us. If we don't do anything, nothing will happen. Fulanis cannot continue like this. Anywhere you sit, don't give them a chance. If not, we are gone. Go and ask an Hausa man. Their land is gone forever because of Fulani. And that is what they want to do. They want to conquer every region. It cannot happen. So this is my message. Keep rising. Keep fighting these terrorists. Because the government cannot help you. They cannot help you. Be wise.
Please. The 16 Uromi killing happened in south part of Nigeria. And south is very far from Igbo land. And for those who claim that they were coming from Port Harcourt, let me tell you, they left Port Harcourt, past Imo State, past Abia State, past Anambra State, got to Delta, past Delta, before they now enter Edo State. So it issue that happened very far from Igbo land. So nobody in your narrative changing, in your narrative shaking, please don't you ever include Igbos in this your story that is making waves. Take Igbos off your mouth, off your discussion. Igbos were not involved in what happened. Take Igbos, because see, let me tell you people, I'm telling you and I'm calling off the Igbos. Once they try to push that narrative, every Igbo person should take to his or her social media platform and we should talk about it. Enough of keeping quiet for this rubbish. That's what I've just come to tell you people.
Last year, I was opportune to dissect the public ranch management law of Enugu State with the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Agro-Industrialization, the person of Sir Patrick Ubro, right? In that law, the law was very clear as it expressly and explicitly prohibited open grazing in Enugu State. That same law stipulated punishment and fines for violation of any of the provision of the law. So the Commissioner of Agriculture has established a committee that will oversee the implementation of that law. Now, this brings me to the topic of today, the Uromi 16. The Uromi 16 is a clear example of a failed system. A failed system.
Let me tell you something. Over the years, we've seen Fulani herdsmen terrorize us in our villages, in our communities. I'm going to share a very personal story. NYSC sent me to Benue State for my 1-year program, NYSC program. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for me, I fell sick inside camp. I was given the exit card, and after that, I automatically redeployed back to my state for better medical checkup. Now, the day I was to leave Benue State, the NYSC camp is at Wanune. And after Wanune, you get Boko, right? In between Boko and Wanune, I don't know the name of the village there. There was this cry, like people were crying. I don't understand some of the languages in Benue. People were crying. You could see dead bodies on the road. There was a hut that was still burning. And from what we gathered, the Fulani herdsmen invaded that village. And you tell somebody that has experienced that kind of routine not to take laws into their hands. Of course, I will still say don't take laws into your hands. But let us be realistic. This same government that will tell you that these people have been rehabilitated and reintroduce them back to the society. People have lost faith in the judiciary. People have lost faith in the government. People have lost faith in every arm of government. This is not even a case of, oh, I am in a place where there is no war. It's a lie. War is everywhere in this country. But even as a lawyer, there are places that if you say, oh, counsel, let me pay you for 1 million naira, come and do my matter, I will not do. I will not go. The other day, was it 2 years ago, a magistrate was going to Nsukka from Enugu, and she was kidnapped. The magistrate was kidnapped, yo. I don't have money for ransom. My father does not have money for ransom. This insecurity issue has impeded our growth in ways that we cannot even talk about. There are so many ways for Nigeria to raise revenue, to increase our GDP. We have nice tourist sites in Nigeria, but people are scared of going, so they will not carry them on the road. We have agriculture, which should be our major source of export. But the food basket of the nation, the indigenes of the food basket of the nation have been crying out for years that they have been killing them, that they have been burning their farmland settlements, and we have paid little to no attention to these people. Let me tell you what caused the food inflation in Nigeria. If the food basket of the nation cannot produce sufficient food for the nation is gone. And why can't they produce sufficient food? Because they are constantly under attack. You see how these people will go and invade their farmlands. It is bad. Let every state in Nigeria adopt the public ranch management law. Let every state in Nigeria have a ranch. If you are coming to a state with your cows, go to the ranch. You don't have to move around into people's houses. It is bad. It is bad. I am not safe. You are not safe. Nobody is safe. It's bad. It's horrible. I'm just going to say this, right? Nigeria is bleeding because of Nigerians. Nigeria is for all of us to fix. This is not even a war against the Fulani, because they are amazing Fulani people. I know this because I've lived in Yola. This is a war against insecurity. It's horrible. You can't even move for a place that you should not even take you 30 minutes. You rather fly because you are scared. You don't have 5 million naira or even 10 million naira to pay as ransom. We need to do better. In my opinion, what will grow Nigeria's GDP is simple. Solve the insecurity problem and explore other channels. It's not just oil. We have tourism. We have agriculture. But no, insecurity has taken everything. And let me tell you something, for those that live in glass houses, you think it's not going to get to you. It's going to get to all of us. If you like, fly your children abroad. It will get to all of us.
All right. Regarding the Fulani herdsmen and the 16 northern Fulani herdsmen that were unalived in Uromi, Edo State, Nigeria. I've been saying the guy who's supposedly the governor, yeah, of Edo State, the one whom Tinubu and Oshomole made governor because he didn't win any election. Everybody knows. I've been seeing him in Kano, Kaduna, and going to beg some northerners, some northern governors, you know. for me, it's very disheartening. You see, now it's not like as if the North itself do not experience these same killings of the Fulani herdsmen. No, they experience it too. They also go through it. It happens to them. They sometimes being unalived. And yeah. So these guys, they do the worst. They don't even look out for themselves. Okay? Because when these Fulani herdsmen unalive them, they unalive the Hausas or the non-Fulanis amongst the Northerners. But the dumb, useless and stupid Northerners think that this is about North versus South. How I wish they understand history. The last civil war, the 1967 civil war, was fought by mostly Christians against the Igbos. Mostly. 70% of people who participated from the north in that war against the Igbos were Christians. So now they want to turn it to be a North versus South issue or a Christian versus Muslim issue. Listen, it has nothing to do with that. A criminal is a criminal. I don't support jungle justice, but the criminals that were unalived because they were criminals. We've seen so many things happen in that same north, but Nigeria pampers the north. But I pity them. I pity the governors that allow this nonsense to go on in the north. I pity Oji Sokalu, who gave them initially. I pity Hope Uzodinma. I just pity the governors. Now, the stooge in Edo State has given in, has caved in. He's going to beg the Northerners for what? For what exactly? Do you know how many these Fulani terrorists have actually unalived in this little life we have? Do you know how many has gone by the hands of these Fulani terrorists? But yet, see Nigeria, you are pampering them. Don't worry. One thing I know for sure is that when the chaos comes, it's going to come to everybody, especially those of the Southwest. Pamper, you speak as though you are having there's jittery, there's fear. You're wondering, oh my God, no, that shouldn't be. Go back to your history class. Look at the country again and tell me what exactly you think should be, what exactly you think should hold. As Nigeria stands right now, the only way forward is to divide it in parts. That is the best way forward. If it cannot be divided in parts, let every major ethnic nationality go their separate ways. You guys are wasting time. But I must tell you, 2027, what will happen? I don't even think that any of them will stay to watch it happen. I don't even think so. Because it got too hot for them. Yes. Nigeria is not a child's play anymore. Everybody, I've said this in one of my videos, I think 3 years ago. Go and get yourself a 44. Get a 44. Even if it's not the expensive one, get anyone. Make sure that you've protected yourself. If not, the worst is about to play. That's my 2 kobo. Pampering these guys, telling them sorry, it doesn't work. The more they come out for, all these their rallies and killings and unaliving people, right? The more you guys should know. It's not one, that country is not for one set of people. It's for everybody. If you really want to stay in that country, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Anything you see in the bush, remove it. Any movement, even cows entering people's farm, remove it. Put things in the veggies so that the cows will eat and be unalived. You guys should begin to play this same game that they are playing against you guys. If not, I want chance on a day, one straight chance. That's my 2 kobo.
Hello everyone out there. First of all, I'm not going to be apologetic in this video. And I'm not going to say RIP to the people who were actually lynched in Uromi. Okay, the reason being is because our people has been on our life for a very long time and nobody has really done anything about it. Women and children have been killed every single day by the S-men, the Fulani people. These are one of the most blood-sucking people in this country that has been causing a lot of problems in different regions. If it's not their cow, it is their gun. If it's not their gun, it is them doing forceful entry and also unaliving group of families. So now I'm going to say the people of Uromi, you have every right in order to defend yourself. You have every right for whatever thing that has happened. Either the killing was gruesome, which we know is very bad, but currently right now, like I said from the beginning of this video, I'm not here to say RIP to anybody. I am not going to be apologetic to anyone. You can imagine a video that is circulating. One idiot in the north who is a Fulani is giving the president 48 hours to take action when they were actually unaliving people in the north, in the south, in the east, destroying people's crops and everything with their cows. Nobody is saying anything. Even the real Muslim that doesn't have the ability to even take the life of person is even supporting this same evil. So what are we not saying in this country? What are we not saying in this country? The best thing now, and the best, this is the right time. Every S-man, every Fulani person that is causing mayhem in anyone's community, from the east, from the west, from the north, from the south, anybody that sees them should do the right thing. Yes, because these people, they are carrying illegal ammunition every single day and nobody is doing anything about it. You are saying that people are carrying hunter gun, going back to Salah, going back for Salah in the north. Who are you people fooling in this country? Who are you fooling? Who is actually entitled to any kind of gun in this country? For crying out loud. So I heard somebody saying it's an uncle made. So if they shoot you an uncle made, you will not die. Huh? Our people have been on our life every single day in this country. Nobody is doing anything about it. Then once it comes to the Muslim, it's as if their own is special. Why? Why? I really want to know. Why? When it comes to the Muslims in this country, they have special treatments. Why? Why is it so? Then one stupid illiterate will be in the north giving order. Because if not for wickedness, why would even somebody leave the north and bring his cow to another man's land to come and destroy the old crops? Why? You kidnap them, you do forceful entry, you murder them in cold blood, you take away their properties, their livelihood is being taken by force by so-called Fulani people, and nobody is doing anything about it. And you say, oh, should clap and say RIP to people. No, we are not doing that. It is act of self-defense. Now the president has the balls and the ability to swift into action immediately. But when men and women have been unalive in the Christian churches in the north, look at what is happening in Kanu and all the rest. Or is it the one happening in Benue State? Huh? If you want to do all these things, balance it and stop the eye service. Balance it and stop the eye service. There are people that have been brainwashed in this Muslim part of the world. There are people that have been brainwashed. Did Allah ever told you to go and unalive people? Is it Allah that sent you to go and do that? Is it Muhammad, the prophet, that sent you to go and unalive people? Where is it written in your Quran? You call yourself a Muslim. Shame on you as a Muslim. Shame on you. You instead of you to condemn all these barbaric acts, or you have to wait for 16 people to be unalive for you to start talking. That you are giving people 48 hours. That you will start lynching people, Christians in the north or every other places. You are foolish as a Muslim. You have no sense. You are not pure in spirit and holy for doing that nonsense you are talking about. If you're not brainwashed by all this, your alleged what's it called, imam, that they don't even know the Quran and they turn it upside down in order to brainwash you. Take away religion, take away religion, and put yourself in front and imagine the things that is happening in this country. Since you people don't want to have sense, you have sense in this country by force, by fire.
So I stumbled on a video that Nnamdi Kanu made some years ago, I can say 5, 6 or 7 years ago, when he was warning those in South and Southeast about the invasion of Fulani herdsmen. He was warning those in Southwest, the Yorubas, the Igbos, about the invasion of Fulani herdsmen. Nigeria is one, we are not against Fulani herdsmen coming to the east or to the west. But our problem is them entering the forest and causing a lot of havoc, taking their cattle to the farm. You have seen a lot of videos online in circulation. They will go to the crops, they go to the farmland where you plant your maize, you plant your crops, cassava. They will devour it. They will take their cattle there, and your crops will be destroyed. And they won't care. And when you challenge them, it's either they buy you or they do one thing or the other. So now, someone brought it to my attention that Fulani herdsmen, most of them don't even have Android phones. They go with maps. So these guys are very, very intelligent. I mean, they are brilliant. They go with maps. If they want to, can you imagine the distance from Kano to Rivers State? From Rivers State, they are going back. Yes, they could have their way to the place, made their way to the place through all these trucks, because their brothers drive some of these company trucks or lorries to transport goods. They will just put them inside the truck, and that's why the policemen, they are only interested in taking money. The soldiers, those security agencies are on the roadside, they are only interested in taking money. They are not doing the research. If they are doing the research, these guys will not be transported to this location in the name of hunting. Hunting, how did you get the license to go and hunt in River State? And then after hunting, you are going back. They even succeeded in their mission, and they are going back still with their guns. So Nnamdi Kanu in the video was saying that these Fulani herdsmen, their aim is to take over Nigeria, and he made the startling point. Hausas, when you call them out, when you say the Hausas say no, we are not Hausas. They are Fulanis. We are not Hausas. But he said, how many Hausa people do you have as governor today in the north? Almost all governors in the northern part of the country. Yes, there are a few Hausas. The governor of Jos. Is a Muftang, is an Hausa man. But then you will begin to ask question, how many of the Hausa people do you have as governors in the north? Fulani have taken over. These are indigenous people of these states. Hausas are the indigenous people of these states. It is believed that Fulanis, they migrated to Nigeria. But look at what is happening. Buhari, when he was president, he said that Niger is a relative or something. He constructed a road from Nigeria to Niger Republic. So you give them space, they want to take over the whole space. You give them little space, they want to take the entire space you have. So if you want to practice open grazing or grazing, do it in your own locality. If you want to hunt, there are a lot of forest in the north. You hunt there. Don't come to the south. Don't come to the south, southeast, or southwest. Remain in your region for Nigeria to be peaceful. In fact, one lady also made a comment. She said that Fulani men are all over. There are many places in West Africa, But why is it that the ones we have in Nigeria want to buy everybody? They are troublesome and problematic because they have an agenda to take over Nigeria. That's the goal. Fulani, even in this current Tinubu's government, check very well. Fulani people are always positioned in a strategic offices, and if you don't give them such a post or such a position, they will protest. Fulani people are in the military; they are heads. They are in charge in the military. In police, they are heads. In the army, they are heads. In navy, everywhere Fulani people are positioned. Even in farming too. So they want to gradually take over the whole country, and just see the whole Nigeria, all the remaining tribes, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Yorubas, they are just sleeping, and these guys are tactically taking over the country. Fulani men, you see them all over the east, all over the west. They come with their cars. They will live in the forest because housing is not a thing for an average Fulani person. They can come, even if you give a Fulani man 2 billion to build the house, they will not build the house. They just build bacha and they are okay with it. That's their life. So they stay comfortably in the forest. Since they rear cows, so it's not a strange thing for them to stay in the forest. Even seeing animals, they don't care. And they are using it to study these locations, study this new environment. You don't know what they are coming to. Terrorizing farmers, making sure that farmers don't go to farm. Gradually, you see them take over farms. That was how, according to the Kano narrative, that was how they take over Hausa states. And all you see in very major positions now are Fulani men. So they think that will work for them. Nigeria can never become a Muslim Islamic state. Nigeria is made up of multi-religion. So every effort they are making, yes, now we have Muslim ticket. President is Muslim, vice president is Muslim, senate president is Christian, speaker of the House of Representatives is Muslim, deputy is Christian. So this is what is actually going on, but that will never happen. Fulani people will never be allowed to to carry out their agenda. Their agenda is to take over Nigeria. You won't be surprised. You've seen all of a sudden they are gradually creeping into the southeast through rearing of cows. No wonder Ruga was highly resisted. Imagine if Ruga was given to them, to open grazing. Some portion of land was given to them in the southeast, in the southwest, to practice their grazing. You won't know what will happen. A place has not been given to these people, and they are already taking over farms. You see a lot of videos. They will go and harvest tubers of yam, crops, and feed their cows. Imagine if you give them a place to stay. If you give them places to stay in the southeast, southwest, this guy will cause more havoc. So the main thing is this. The resolution is this: let them remain in their land. And I know the governors are seeing what is going on. Any governor who wants to play politics with the life of his or her people, God will reward that governor. There is no plane of politics here. And I love people like Adam Soshimole, who said in the previous video I posted, he said that Edo State is under siege by herders. Yes, the senator, he wouldn't want to call it as it is, by Fulani herders. So these people just want to take over Nigeria by all means. How can someone travel from north? A lot of Fulani people have hired a lot of people, farmers in Ebonyi State, in Edo State, in Delta State, in Ebonyi State, in Enugu State, in many places, and nothing is done. A lot of the women have protested, carry out placards, go to the government. If you watch a lot of videos, in fact, you would even want to cry. They say women came out and protested, went to the government. Some women in Uromi went to Benin to protest and say, look at what Fulani herdsmen are doing. Nobody said anything. No politician came up and condemned it. Now 16 people were hired, and they say we are yet to verify if they are really hunters or terrorists. And I saw a publication where the governor of Kano State, Engineer Isu, saying that the governor of Edo State should ensure that those people that are responsible for buying those 16 northerners should be paraded. How many Fulanis have they paraded for doing a lot of things in Edo State, in Delta State, in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, where they have taken almost causing a lot of problem? one Fulani man will come to a location where you have other like 1,000 people. That single Fulani man want to terrorize the whole 1,000 people. What kind of human being are they? So Fulani men, not just herdsmen, whether they are coming as herdsmen or whatever, must be resisted. And I think it has really started.